It's been great to have 2.5 decades of public service here in Portland, and having been part of a lot of efforts to make this city what is now one of the most sustainable cities in the world. We worked really hard at improving our quality of life, while at the same time growing jobs and prosperity for our citizens, and really trying not only to be a laboratory of innovation for urban sustainable practices, but really also making a key part of our competitive success of our businesses that now export goods and services around the world based on our green practices, our sustainable practices.
The town of Salem had already adopted an urban growth boundary, so it was an experiment in process, and that became a statewide standard. Every city must have a boundary designed to contain enough land for 20 years of growth, but no more than that, so that the agricultural land beyond the urban growth boundary could have a reasonable level of protection. New development would be contiguous next to. So in the ensuing 3 or 4 years, the Commission adopted the statewide planning goals that outlined what the expectations were for comprehensive plans. And a key one was the protection of agricultural land.
In the area of food sustainability, we're really interested on as much grow local. It's also been an effort to, and what you're working on is so important, is really to try to get the basic numbers about what is food security mean.
We started we were originally the Office of Sustainable Development, and the position was created there about 9 years ago. And at that time in the United States, this was the first job that really dealt with food policy and programs. We have an urban growth boundary around our city, and within the city, that's where it's very dense and where most people live, and then right outside, that's where the food is grown. So we try and keep the industry and the people really in one area, so we maintain a stable agricultural land base. On a lot of education projects. I work on climate change. I work on dealing with urban agriculture, so people who want to grow food in the city. We did a project where we looked at all the land the city owns to see if any of that can be used for farming. So it really covers anything. If anybody has any questions at all about food, they usually end up coming to me, which is a great thing because I get to do a lot of different and really fun things.
Zanger Farm is an urban farm, a farm in the city of Portland that grows fruits and vegetables for the community, but is also an education farm. So we see over like 6,000 students a year from like preschool through college all the way to adult groups. And I get to lead those groups around the farm, teaching about healthy eating, growing food, plant science.
Rain is good, right? But stormwater is bad. Because stormwater means that it's been contaminated in some way. So when it hits rooftops, it's the shingles, the little material in the shingles, and it becomes contaminated. So the water comes down here and goes in here. These plants are chosen because they soak up. If you're managing the entire city, you want to address the contamination as close to the source as possible.
Portland is a river city where we compete with much larger economies to the north, Seattle and San Francisco, the Bay Area, to the south. So we really have to be nimble, and we have to be really focused on, we are a small city, but really being focused on being an international city as well. Our goals are embedded in the Portland Plan and the Climate Action Plan, and our goals are to be a city that is prosperous, educated, healthy, and equitable.